Hello students, especially our JS3 students. Welcome to mathematics of today. Remember that what we treated last time was coordinate system. And in that coordinate system, we talked about the horizontal number line, x-axis, the vertical number line, y-axis, coming together to form what one man, very important name indeed, helped us to give a name to that system. I'm going to ask. So you open your ears. You don't know whether you're the one who will ask. Martha, what was the name of that French man? No idea? You have forgotten too easily. Samuel, what was the name of that French man? That was very good. Descartes. Descartes. Very, very good indeed. That Frenchman got this axis, and then we started calling it Cartesian coordinates. Cartesian coordinates. All right, Cartesian coordinates. Mary, this question is coming to you. How many quadrants do we have in the Cartesian coordinates? Mary? That's lovely. 4 quadrants. First, second, third, and fourth. Now, David, how do we differentiate these 4 quadrants? First, second, third, and fourth. Yes. That's good for the first quadrant. Positive for x. Positive for y. Good. Second quadrant. Negative for x, positive for y. Go ahead. Good. Third quadrant. Negative for both x and y. All right. That's very good. He says that the fourth quadrant is positive for x, but negative for y. So these signs of the values for x and the values for y are very, very important. First quadrant, he has told us we have positive for x and positive for y. That is what he has told us, and this is very, very true. The coordinate system. That is what we are handling. Coordinate system. 4 quadrants. First, positive for x, positive for y. Second, negative for x, positive for y. Third, negative for x, negative for y. And fourth, positive for x, negative for y. That is what David gave us as the answer, and we accept that as being correct. Then I gave you a very small assignment to do. I hope all of you did it. We want to look at that assignment before we enter into some drills on this axis that we mentioned this morning. The assignment that was given to you was fixing points P, Q, and R, whose coordinates were given on the graph, and then joining them to be able to tell us the type of shape produced. Okay, let's look at this. That particular assignment very, very quickly now. the assignment goes this way. This is our origin. We now have here 2, here 4, here 6, and that is our y-axis. But these ones are 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That way, the x-axis. Coming this way, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, and so on. This side, minus 2, next one, minus 4, this one, minus 6. That's what we have. But the points that were given to us was P, 3, 6, 3, 6, Q, what was Q? Minus 3, minus 2, 5, minus 2, 5. And R was minus 3, minus 2. That was what was given to us to fix in this Cartesian coordinates. So the first point, we said, look for x. X3. Follow the line. Is positive, so we have to go up. Positive, follow that line. Follow it like that until you get to the place where you have y equal to 6. So that is the point there. P, 3, 6. We go to the next one. We are going to move along minus 2 for x, minus 2 for x, minus 2 for x. And we will go to the place where y. So this is P, Q. And Q is minus 2, 5. Then we take the last one. The last one is minus 3, minus 2. The last one is this, minus 3. And we are at R, minus 3, minus 2. So we'll join P to Q. P to Q, and we join Q to R, and we'll also join R to P. That is the figure, the resultant figure from the operation, P, Q, R. The type of figure that we're seeing there, the figure we're seeing there is a triangle. But in this triangle, none of the sides are equal. So, it is a scalene triangle. Scalene triangle. That's what we have. A scalene triangle. So, that's the solution for that. Today we want to drill, have a nice drill on some group of diagrams. Well, it's just one diagram. We are going to drill on that particular diagram that we are looking at. That is the graph. With so many points on it. So many points on it. And we're going to look at those points critically. Now, look at the points critically. Now, that's what we want to do here. Okay. All right. So we have now seen the diagram on the board. That is the Cartesian coordinate system that we have depicted on the board. We have so many points on it, on this thing that we have drawn. So many points are there. But these points Our work now is to tell what the points are. Pick the points, we tell ourselves, that point is this. That is what we are now on. We have 26 points on the board. From the diagram we have there, we have A, B, C, D, down to Z. So, we pick a point, we tell ourselves what the point is. That's what we have there on the board. Now, we shall be drilling with this. Here for the x-axis, we have from 1 to 10 on the positive side, and 0 to 10 on the positive side, and then 0 to minus 10 on the negative side. The same thing for the y-axis. We decided to give them the same type of scale. We shall treat scale later, not now. We just want to have a drill on this. Then after we have mastered it, we can come back to scale. Now, I will take point A. Point A. First of all, locate point A on the board. And that is point A there. Then for us to give the coordinates of point A, just like we gave the coordinates of point P to be 3, 6. We don't call it 36. That is why there is that comma there. 3, comma, then 6. So point A, according to this man, Descartes, it says for any point, the coordinates will be first of all x, after that y. That is why he's separating them with comma and he's putting them in bracket. X first, then after that y. He says, if we move along the x-axis, from the x-axis, at what number are we going to move so as to locate A? See the x-axis that way from 0 there. See where A is. Let's see. 0. If we move through 0 vertically up, we can't see A. We move through 1 vertically up, we can never see A. Suppose you say, I'm wasting time. Let me move at 10 vertically up, you will see A. So you look at the line, the vertical line that is cutting the x-axis, through which you move and meet that point. So the line is 2. I move through 2. I've seen Mr. X there. That is not what I'm looking for. I continue going. I've seen Mr. A. Yes. So Mr. A, to write your coordinates, Mr. A, I'll write here A. I'll say 2, comma. That means move along 2. From the x-axis, move upwards. Is positive to arrive at A. Then how do I get the value of y at A? Look at A again. If you move from A towards the right, you will not see the y-axis. From A towards the left, you see the y-axis. And then from that point A, moving straight to the y-axis. What number is that line passing through? It is passing through 10. Therefore, the coordinates of A are 2 for x and 10 for y. That is how we have located point A. Now, it is a drill for us. A very big drill. They say find the coordinates of B. Then you have to check in which quadrant can we find B? You see this first one now, we found A in the first quadrant. The quadrant where you have positive for x and positive for y. That's where we found it. So let's look through. What are the letters there? No A, no B there. So let's go. We have seen B in the second quadrant. And in this second quadrant is the quadrant where x is negative. You can see the x's there are all negative. And the y's there are all positive. So we are in the negative for x, positive for y quadrant. So, Mr. B, we are going to write you immediately. We're going to write you immediately. Mr. B Your coordinates. Coordinates. Look at B, follow it and come to the x-axis. What number do you see there? -2. The line is at -2. Mr. B, where are you? There. From Mr. B, go to the y-axis. What number is it passing through? 7. So the coordinates of B, that is the coordinates of B. -2, 7. Right. I will do this halfway. After that, I'll leave you to do the rest. Make sure that you practice the rest after we have finished this. Because it is based on this that we shall use this thing to draw graphs to solve simple linear equations simultaneously. Simple linear equations simultaneously. So, you must know how to locate these points so that if you are asked to plot them, like I gave you in the assignment, you'll be able to. All right. Let's take Mr. C. Mr. C. So I will look for CO. I don't find C in the first quadrant. There is no C in the second quadrant. I have not seen C in the third quadrant. Maybe the C is missing. So let's check very well before we make that mistake. C, A, B, C. I have seen D. I'm looking for C. I can't find C. I have found CO. C is in the first quadrant. C is very, very far away, almost outside. So, Mr. C, I've seen you. Go down to X. Should I go down or up? I will go down because X-axis is below it. Okay, I go down. So, coming there, that particular place is 11. 11 for X. Okay, if it is 11 for X, then follow it and go to the y-axis. What is it? 1. So coordinates there is 11, 1. Let us take D. Coordinates of D. We are practicing. First of all, what do? We look for where D is located, in which quadrant. All right? Let us see D. Look at it very well. In first quadrant, any D written there, no D. Then go to second quadrant, any D. Go to third quadrant, any D. We have seen it. D is located in the fourth quadrant. What is the characteristic of the fourth quadrant? At the fourth quadrant, both X and Y are negative. Negative for Y, negative for X. Remember, we take that X first. So from D, move to X. What do you see? Move to the X-axis. What number is that? -8. From D, move to the Y-axis. Move to the Y-axis. What number is there? -4. So the coordinates of D in our graph, the coordinates there is -8 for X and -4 for Y. Now E. I will wait and ask questions. Look at what is on the board. Look at it very well. E. We have not asked you any questions. Divine. We have not been asking you questions. Let's ask you now. Divine, yes. In which quadrant have you found the letter E? Look at it very well. Elebe E. Which quadrant? There's nothing like a bottom right hand quadrant. All right, let's help again. Say this thing is divided into 4 portions. You can see vertical line and horizontal line, dividing it into 4 portions. And we start from the right hand side to name. 1, 2, you see, I moved from the right hand side top to the right left hand side top. That is second quadrant. I will go down. Left hand side bottom. Third quadrant. I will go right hand side bottom. Fourth quadrant. So that is how we name them. First, second, third, and fourth. Starting from the right hand side top. First. Then left hand side top. Second. Then left hand side bottom. Third. Then back again. Right hand side bottom. Fourth. Take note of that. Divine. All right. Still, the question comes to you, divine. We are looking for the letter E. Check and see whether the letter E is on the... Okay. That's all right. Yeah. Have you seen it? Yes. In which quadrant? Good. Fourth quadrant. Fourth quadrant. That is right hand side bottom. All right. Matilda, are you paying attention? Have you seen the E? Divine has shown us E where it is. Have you seen the E? Good. What are the coordinates of E? Watch it. Look for the point E and go to the x-axis. I have seen E. In trying to go to the x-axis, will I go up or down? Up. Good. All right. So that is E. Going up. What number is there? 4. Excellent. 4. Excellent. Now, what is the next movement that we shall make? Matter. Good. We shall now move from E to the y-axis. Shall we go to the right or to the left? Good. Left. You see the E there. To get the y-axis, we are moving towards the left. Moving towards the left, what number do we see there? -4. Good. -4. F. We are now going to do that of F. F. Right? First thing we do now is to locate F. Quadrant and F. No. Look for F. Very carefully. Look for F. You see, they scattered this in. They didn't write it so that you will easily see it. Look for where F is. Go to first quadrant. Look at all the points that are marked in the first quadrant. I didn't see F. Go to the second quadrant and check. Okay. Did you see F there? Good. We have seen F. Have you seen how they scattered it? So it is to drill and find out these things by yourself. So, I have seen F there. F. So from F, pay attention. Simpson. Simpson, pay attention. From F, we'll first of all go to X. So, go to the x-axis. F. Do we go up or down? Down. Because the x-axis is at its bottom. Down. So, from F, we go down. What number did it pass through? -6. Excellent. Then from F, we go, good, right. But you wait until we ask. All right, so we go right. And it passes through the number 5. G. We are practicing how to locate these points so that when next we draw graph to use it in solving simultaneous equations, you will not be at a loss. That is what we are doing here now. All right. So we are coming to G. Look for G, wherever it is, first, second, third, fourth quadrant. I'll ask questions. I didn't say you should ask. Just when I want to ask, I know the person I will call. Favor. There are two favors. Favor Onyedeka. Favor Onyedeka, yes? In which quadrant do we have G now? Good. First quadrant. That's very, very good. Then the other favor. Favor Nnamdi. In order to locate the coordinates of G, which place shall I go to first? X or Y? Y. Good. What is the value there? The value there. The value is 4. Very, very good. 4. So the next thing now is to go to the Y. In order to go to the Y, still favor. Will I go to the right or left? To the left. Why? Why must I go to the left? Good. Because the y-axis is located to the left of the point G. So I go to the left. Okay? So going to the left there, I have the number 6. Number 6. Okay. We are now coming to H. Coming to H. We said we will go halfway, isn't it? So if there are 26 letters of the alphabet, let us count how many we have gone through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are now on the 8th one. So after this 8 now, there should be 5 more. Once we reach there, we leave you with the rest. All right. For H, what are the coordinates there for H? First of all, let's locate H. Are you sure that there is H in the diagram? Yes, there is H. You think so? You think so? Simpson. In which quadrant is it? Good. It's in the 3rd quadrant. Have you all seen H? That's lovely. That's lovely. That is a very brilliant class that you can easily see very well. I have seen H. Now, I'm going to write something. Don't talk. I'm going to write something. After that, you tell me whether that will be the coordinate of H. I'm writing the coordinate of H. I'm writing it as H minus 6, minus 3. Remember, it is the place where both of them are minus. Both X and Y are minus. Am I correct in what I wrote as the coordinates of H? You say I'm not correct. We have minus 6 there. We have minus 3 there. Why do you say I'm not correct? Good. But you did not answer the question waiting for me to ask. All right. We first of all write the value of X. And the value of X there is from H upwards to the x-axis minus 3. Then from H to the right-hand side to the y-axis minus 6. So as she said, we interposed. We changed the positions. Therefore, that thing there is not correct. What we wrote now, finally, is the correct one. So H. We'll now go to I. I. Coordinates. I. Let's look for I and see whether it is there. Which, good, in the 1st quadrant. That's all right. So we are writing quickly for that. 7, 4. 7, 4. For J, look through and see whether you find J. Don't answer until I ask you. Look for J. Myself also, I'm looking for J. Let's see whether we can find J on the board. J, 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 J. Love. Love. In which quadrant do we find J? Good. 2nd quadrant. Do you all agree? Yes. So love is correct. 2nd quadrant. 2nd quadrant. So for J, first of all, for the X, we go down. That is minus 4. Then we go to the right so as to meet the y-axis, and that is plus 2. So write that. So, let us see how many more remaining. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, remember, it's starting 26 alphabets. We need 3 more, having gotten 10. So, it means we will have J, K, L, and M. L and M. So we will stop at this 3. After that, you will do the rest. That will be the assignment for you to do the rest. All right, K. Look for K. In which quadrant do we find K? We are looking for K on the board. It appears there is no K on the board. There is K. Okay. Samson, where is K? 4th quadrant. Thank you very much. 4th quadrant. So quickly, we write that as 9 minus 5. 9 minus 5. So L is in the 3rd quadrant. And what do we have there? Minus 4, minus 2. Minus 4, minus 2. What about M? Let's go to M. M is there. Which quadrant? 2nd quadrant. So what do we have there? We have there minus 6, 3. Minus 6, 3. So, out of the 26 alphabets, we have taken 13. And we have drilled this thing very well so that by the next time we do simultaneous equations, you will be able to get the points. Once we give you the points, you will know whether the points are in the 1st quadrant, or in the 2nd quadrant, or in the 3rd quadrant, or in the 4th quadrant. Then, you do that. Alright, so, we shall also have a drill of the type of shapes. When next we come, we will tell you join this to that, and so on and so forth. After joining, you tell us what we have. So take note of this. Make sure that you finish it so that the next time we'll be able to go through. Now, let's see. Coordinates of A, 210. From A, go to x-axis. From A, go to y-axis. All right. B, coordinates of B, minus 2, 7. Locate B. From B, go to the x-axis. From B, go to the y-axis. That is what we have done today. We do not intend to waste much time because we want to drill you on this so that you get exactly what you are supposed to get. Then having gotten that, by the next time when we will handle plotting of the graph. Plotting, that is the next thing we shall do. We'll give you the scale, we'll give you by ourselves, and you plot the graph. When you plot the graphs, then you will be able to find a meeting point. When you join the points for the first graph, point for the second graph, and so on and so forth. You find a meeting point. And once you get that meeting point, you give it a name yourself. As we wrote here, A, B, C, D, down to Z. You give it a name yourself. And once you give that particular point a name yourself, then you tell us, from that point to the x-axis, what do you have? From that point to the y-axis, what do you have? That is the coordinate of the meeting point of those two straight lines that we shall draw in the simultaneous equations. And that will give you the solution. The point that satisfies the two straight lines that you drew. That is the answer to the simultaneous equation. That is where we are going to stop for today. I wish you a happy stay at home. Stay safe. Do whatever parents ask you to do.